So we do have a winner when it comes to that small contest I had of what to name a particular segment for our YouTube channel, and it is the Rust Belt Mechanic. He is going to win a Obi-Wan Kenobi collectible 20th year anniversary poly bag. So if you don't mind, first go ahead and check out his channel, Rust Belt Mechanic. It's an awesome channel. But also, if the Rust Belt Mechanic can, go ahead and shoot me an email. And if you share with me your address, I'd be happy to go ahead and send this poly bag off to you before the end of next week. And I would definitely like to thank everybody who contributed and entered the contest. So right now you're looking at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/wolfofbricks. This is the live section right here. There's not going to be a live stream this month or next month. There's just too much stuff going on, and I had a couple people reach out to me, and the intent is to have a total of 10 live streams, do one a month. So we're at 7 right now. If all goes well, and we should conclude our live streams March of 2024, which can't believe I'm going to say 2024, but that is just crazy. But I just wanted to update you on the YouTube live streams. All right, now before we get into the Black Friday stuff, which there is a lot of good news about Black Friday, I feel like I have to be the bearer of bad news. This is Forbes.com. This is just one out of many, many, many articles that I've been reading. And the title of this is How the Defense Industry Became a Defining Feature of the U.S. Economy. The point of this icebreaker right here, as far as I'm concerned, is to declare that I fully believe that we are in a recession. I know there's been a lot of back and forth and a lot of GDP this and a lot of GDP that, but I do believe that if you did your due diligence and you took out what the defense industry is doing with this country, we would have a negative GDP. Our GDP would not be good at all, and we would be in a recession. Now, I haven't worked for over a year now. I really haven't had the need because I am getting my military pension right now. But occasionally, I would look around and see if there was some jobs to apply to and things of that sort. And the job market, I mean, I think it's obvious now the job market is extremely difficult when it comes to finding a new job. There's just so many factors. I know so many people that are out of work, so many people, they're not struggling, but they're like a step or two away from struggling. Now, I may have one or two people in the comment section try and explain to me how economics really is, and that's fine. I'm not trying to argue with anybody. I just know that I am declaring that we are in a recession, and that has an effect when it comes to resellers too. If there's one positive thing about it, it's that there will be less resellers, right? The entry level is pretty easy to get into Lego reselling, but guess what? In a recession, it's not as easy getting into Lego reselling as it is if there is not a recession. Another thing I think I could point to when it comes to signs of a recession is the Lego deals page, right? So the Lego store, mostly, not necessarily shop at home, but the Lego store has full prices. They don't do any price matching. You could go on Amazon, you could go to Target, Walmart, and find many Lego sets for a cheaper price. The same Lego sets at a cheaper price. And when you would talk to the Lego store general manager, they would tell you that the reason why that is because the Lego store is all about the experience. They want to introduce the Lego company to consumers. And I get that. They have GWPs, they have all this other stuff, so they don't need to do sales. But guess what? They're doing sales, right? And so much so, there are 12 pages of Lego sales on here. Now they're calling it Black Friday, whatever. They never had anything like this before. And I'm sure the average consumer is like, oh, Lego has a Black Friday sale just because every other store has a Black Friday sale. Well, no. That's not the way it used to be, right? So things are getting tighter and tighter. So only time will tell, and we'll see if we will get out of this recession or if this spring we may go into World War III and have a worse recession, or we might actually crawl out of the recession, because if there's one way to get out of a recession, it's by starting wars. So you're looking at Amazon.com. This is the medieval blacksmith. This bad boy sold for $125 earlier today. Isn't that crazy? The White House right here. You could have purchased this White House for $52. I think the quantity limit was 20 on it too. That was just insane. Now this was around 2 in the morning, so they did something similar like the lunar lander at 30% off at 3 in the morning. I think Walmart did that, I can't remember. But there were some really good Black Friday deals today, and there still are. The purpose of this video is I am going to review my top 5 picks on Lego Shop at Home. So let's get into it. The first one, we're going to get the obvious one out of the way. The Battle of Endor Heroes. Such a cool looking set. I love this set. I've talked about this set plenty of times. I have over 100 of these, and this set is just going to do bonkers once it retires. Now, towards the end of this video, we are going to have an Excel spreadsheet, and I highly encourage everybody to stick around to the end of that. You're going to see some stuff on this Excel spreadsheet that you wouldn't normally see on my other Excel spreadsheets because it's Black Friday. Next up, you have the Disney 100 Celebration Brickheads. Now, this was a set that I was on the fence about for a very long time, but I know so many well-trusted resellers, they love this set, and I went in on it. The quantity limit is 5. You could get it for 40% off for $23.99, just like the last one. The Disney Haunted Mansion, $23.99, again, 40% off. This is going to be so cool. Even if this set hits $75, you will have made over 200% ROI, which is just great. Next up, you have another set that I've been talking about for a very long time. Everyone is awesome. The regular price on this is $35, but you could get it today and the rest of the weekend, I believe, for 30% off. It is currently going for $24.49. And I want you to know, I've thought about saying this in the past, and I haven't, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it today. Whenever I mention this set in previous videos, there will usually be 1 or 2 people in the comment section that will say, go woke or go broke. I am not going to get into that. I will let the market decide on whether or not companies will be successful or not, but I just want to put a couple points in there to have everybody have the best perspective, right? The people that put those comments in the comments section, you're buying Lego, so I don't understand why you would put that in the comments section. The other thing is, I think it's pretty cool where Lego will have maybe a set like this, but they'll also have a lot of Christmas sets too. So I think you could very much argue that Lego is one of those companies that has something for everybody. And I think that's really cool. So I just wanted to go ahead and mention that while we're talking about this set. And finally, this might be an obvious pick for the people that know me really well, but the Birds of Paradise. Now, I know some people on a recent YouTube post says, I just don't get it. I hear what you're saying. Before I got into exotic plants and flowers, I didn't get it either. And there's some stories, if I shared with you, I can't break any confidence, you would say, okay, you've sold me on this. I'm just putting the information out there. You make your own informed decision on whether or not you want to purchase these sets. It normally goes for $100, but you could get it today and this weekend for $69 and change. It is 30% off. And when we go to the Excel, look what I did right here. So I have right here what the buy price is, not the RRP, but what the actual buy price right here is. If you purchase 10 units, this is what your total price would be. Well, Jim, it only says quantity 5. How can you get 10 units? Well, of course, you have to know what you're doing, right? If we were able to go ahead and give it 150% return on investment, this is what the sell price would be right here. I think that's really cool. And this is what the total sell price would be once you cash that out. So you would be turning $1,665 into $4,575, which is awesome. If they were a little bit more generous with the quantity limits, you might be able to turn $16,650 into $45,750, which is not bad. Now, here's the thing for those new Lego resellers out there. The last thing I want you to think of is, wow, this is the way every Black Friday is, right? Well, that's not the case. Every year, every Black Friday, every holiday season is very different. Example, I had one person recently come up to me and they said, when is Walmart going to have that one set similar to the F-150 Raptor that is 50% off, that everybody likes and is a sure winner, right? My answer was, I don't know if they're going to do that this year. And the reason why I say that is because the Batmobile, the Technic Batmobile, I think they had at $55 at one time. I wouldn't necessarily call that a slam dunk winner. They've had a lot of $50 Technic sets at 50% off. So I almost think that that's the way they're going this year. But check this out. This right here, the Lego Star Wars, The Mandalorian with Child, Baby Yoda figure. This would probably be the closest thing they have from $100 to 50% off. The retail price on this is $90. It's going for $45. And this set is garbage. Not trying to offend anybody out there. This set is absolute garbage. So I don't know if Walmart is going to have a blockbuster deal like the F-150 Raptor like they did last year. Every year is different, friends. Every Black Friday is different. And it will be interesting to see what deals are available Black Friday 2024. That's it, friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.